All right, Michelle Lee is best known for her decades at KDLH-TV and then KBJR before retiring about 5 years ago. I recently went to Michelle's home in Moose Lake to see what she's up to and to look back at some life lessons made in her career, like getting fired, I can relate, getting healthy to the point of bodybuilding, and her dabble in politics that she says was not a failure. Tears, laughs, jokes, honesty, it's all here. Here is part one. Here we are with my first mom, Michelle Lee.
Exactly.
You really were.
Well, you know, you were just such a sweet little kid when you came out.
Oh,
you were a kid.
Yeah.
And look where you are today.
Oh boy.
Isn't it exciting?
Sitting here interviewing you.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? So we're in Michelle's really cool home in Moose Lake. Mm-hmm. You've been here forever doing that trip back and forth for the news.
Yeah, in wintertime, rainstorms, snowstorms, fog, you name it. And coming home at 11:30 at night, white knuckling it down the freeway, deer, bear. I hit a porcupine once, almost totaled my car.
Let's go back. So some people might not realize where your career started, and so talk a little bit about that. It started in radio, right?
It did. I was hired at Kicks 96 FM on your dial in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. My first job. It was pretty exciting. I went to Brown College for broadcasting, and to be hired right out of college and to go to a station, I was so scared. The news director every day for 3 days. Do you think you're going to go on the air today? I was so nervous.
Oh, you didn't want to do it.
And finally I did go on the air, and it was the start of my career. It was just delightful.
And then, so are you from here, like from the area, or?
I'm from Minnesota. My family moved around a lot when I was younger, but you know, I call Moose Lake my home. I've been here since 1983 when I moved up here to work at Channel 3.
The year I was born.
Oh, shush.
So what was it like there, and then how did that end?
It didn't end well.
Did you get fired like I got fired?
I got fired, and that was in 1990. I got fired. And so at that time I thought my career was gone, ended. So I came home, and I didn't know what to do. You know, I went on unemployment. I thought my life was over.
Yep.
Some lady talked me into selling cosmetics door to door.
So then how did you get to Channel 6? Was it?
That was great. So there I am, you know, licking my wounds here in Moose Lake, feeling so sorry for myself. And you know, Gary and I talked about, well, what should we do?
Gary's her husband.
Yeah, what can I do with the rest of my life? And you know, I was just kind of dumbfounded because, as you know, being fired is very traumatic. I thought my career was over. I get a phone call from Edith Peterson, and she said, and she was the secretary at Channel 6 for the general manager, Bob Kaltoff, and she said, Mr. Kaltoff wants to take you to the Get You Gammy Club. I thought, what is going on?
Yeah.
I've never been to the Get You Gammy Club.
Fancy.
And all I knew was that you couldn't wear slacks. and so
it was talk about a club, thinking way back then too.
Yeah.
Not way back then, but you know what I mean.
And so I agreed. I said, sure, I'll show up. And I met him at the front desk, and I said, Mr. Kaltoff, do you want to go to a private room and discuss? He goes, no, I want to go to the big room, and I want everybody to see you and I walk in there together. I'm almost going to cry. Yeah. And so he offered me the job, doubled my salary, and I went, this can't be real. I mean, so in 1990, I started at Channel 6, and I worked there until 2016, when I retired.
So that's the thing. So you remember, that moment clearly means a lot to you.
Oh, yeah.
Describe it more. I don't want you to cry like I'm Oprah. Describe why that is such a big deal.
And Mr. Kaltoff talked like this.
Yeah.
You're a good anchor. You're very talented. And I've looked at your Q scores, and you know, you're going to do big things for Channel 6. And I'm thinking, here's someone that believes in me.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to start crying. No, so having someone believe in you, giving you that second chance was phenomenal. And it was a life-changing thing for us here in our little Moose Lake home.
All right, well, there you go. One-on-one with Michelle Lee. But guess what? We're going to go to a break because we're going to talk about part two, talking bodybuilding, politics, and what is next for her, what she's up to coming up.